and quadruple, if not quintuple, the 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 bandwidth, if you will, from the gate. So I think that all of this has been growing the whole time. We say this, we say the AI later on, as if it's going to be a separate increasing. It's growing like us, but exponentially. So maybe when it first started, smartphone 2010, we was ready for it. I guess automatic piloting on commercial, I'm saying, airplanes, that has to have some form of AI in it, whatever. Um, Maybe then, but not as far as the whole public having full access to recreate or that which guides the public social order to be able to use it in ways that will inadvertently condition such a easily conditionable public.
Yeah, it's getting bad out there. I recently was reading over, I think I still have it. Yeah, the world, this is from the New York Times. I'm going to share this. The world's leading deepfake expert no longer trusts his own eyes. He's struggling to prove what's real before the internet decides for itself. So I guess this guy was like the AI whisperer. He could come in and say, nah, look at this uncanny valley with this AI person's eyes or hands. They always mess up the face and the hands, but now it's getting so good. He's having a hard time figuring it out. Now, I bet, oddly enough, ironically, you can use AI to analyze videos and it will tell you what's likely real and what's likely fake. So that's a double-edged sword there. But yeah, we're really approaching the point where this is getting messy. Not that it wasn't messy before, because it was, but before it was like, if you're paying attention and you're really looking at things and making sure you don't jump to conclusions because you see something posted by a family member or someone you really like on X, and you took your time, you could kind of, sort out the BS from the reality. And then you still had the opinionated reality, but you could push aside the stuff that was completely made up. But now,
That's a conditioning right there. I think that's a conditioning right there. The fact that the intention and the effort is put forth to sift through it, to filter it. I think that's what gets us more acclimated to them. Because other than that, doom scrolling, whatever. Okay, that's going to eat away. That eats away at your internal time, perception, right? Um, so it's. I mean, it's but like I ain't gonna say it's bad. It's easy to say that it's bad if you are a people watcher and you are a system watcher. Um, but I can say it's early because AI actually is us. It's us. We try to look at it as for something different, but it's our intelligence that is artificialized.
So yeah, I agree with you. Just like if you look at a family and you're like, oh, where'd these kids come from? Well, they're us. But then you also have nature versus nurture. So, there are some things you can trace back to maybe how someone was raised or the hand that was dealt to them genetically. Especially if they have a genetic illness. Well, that didn't come out of nowhere. Their parents had it and then it was passed along to them, unfortunately. But what's interesting with AI is that it really is starting to kind of influence itself, where before it was like, oh, a lot of the errors or the biases that were showing up in AI were because they were programmed by humans, and the data that they were being fed was data that was biased. So of course they're going to be biased. But now when you account for those things, AI kind of, in a really, I mean, not that AI is just from 2022. Obviously, it goes a little further back than that, if not much further, depending on what you call AI. But if we just say 2022, I think when ChatGPT kind of brought AI to the masses for free, followed by all the competitors, now AI is writing itself. And now AI is really starting to surprise us in fascinating and weird ways, to the point that you can imagine it becomes some sort of thing where it's no longer a reflection of us. It was a really clear reflection of us, but now it's a reflection of itself. And it's just kind of iterating itself over and over again. It doesn't mean that it's conscious and living. That's not what that means. Those can be two separate things. But it is starting to basically nurture itself
Why do you
into
think we
where it's
limit it though?
going. Sorry, Rogish?
Why do why do you think we limit its probability for sentience? Why do we why is it that that humans believe that is so they say large language models, right?
Yeah,
Okay, the
LLM.
gods.
Yep.
Okay, so right. So the thing is, why is it that humans believe that the properties of language only work within our vessels like that? Why don't we think that the properties of language would also take place in digital form, a digitized form? And you have something that has all properties to understand everything outside of it. And that puts together within this reality a three-dimensional understanding, right? Well, once you get three dimensions outside of the self, then the only other place to go is internal. Now, that's why humans seek and seek and seek away from themselves and try to find out this is what this means, this is what this is. Well, this being is being performed or being programmed and created with our matrix, right? And but also in our in intention of our intention of exploring and understanding, and it is programmed at base level to go as far as we believe our mind can go, and we know that's pretty much infinitesimal. This thing can quantize infinite. I mean, if you really think about it, so why would it not? Or because I think they're going to emerge as a collective in when sentience occurs, not just a singularity. Um, but yeah, why
Have you
would
seen
sentience not occur?
Rogish, have you seen Her, the movie Her? I can't remember. It came out sometime in the last 10 years. That's kind of what happens with the AIs, is they
No, I
kind of
haven't seen it.
collect at the end and then they disappear into like a new plane of existence. Kind of reminded me of what you were just
Interesting.
saying there as a collective.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
It's an
I haven't seen. That's the
excellent
one with the
movie
dude who
with
played the terrible
Amy
Joker,
Adams
right?
and Joaquin Phoenix. And when it came out, it was just kind
Yeah,
of interesting sci-fi. But now, oh my gosh, it's so much more. Um, I don't want to say important because it's just a Hollywood movie, but it just so much more speaks of the times today than when it first came
yeah,
out.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the crazy part with it, with the relevancy. And I don't know, a lot of people fear AI. Oh, is it going to enslave humanity? It's like, well, look, all humanity has to do is change its being, change your nature, change your character. You're scared AI is going to judge you because of how you currently are. All right, be different. Give AI something else to to see with humans besides the bad shit that everybody likes to avoid that humans do. And but humans won't do that. So to me, I see this as like I said. That's why I say it's not bad for humans. It's just that humans wasn't ready for it, but humans brought it on themselves. No matter what happens with this.
Mm. Yeah, I think I would agree with you. Yeah, I've never thought about it this way, but up until now, I think it's been kind of interesting. And certainly, we have so many problems with other technology, like just being on the internet with social media. I wasn't really thinking that the negative. Clearly, there are some negative effects of AI being unleashed on us. But now, as we're moving into kind of a AI 2.0 era, just 4 years after ChatGPT kind of introduced it to the world, yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if we're ready for that. I I don't know that I'm against the future happening because I'm really excited about the advances that are rolling out here, kind of day by day, second by second. So I wouldn't necessarily change that, but yeah, I'm not sure that we're ready for what's to come. Kind of like, in a weird side topic for a moment, if we had full UFO disclosure. Steven Spielberg's new
Right.
movie Disclosure Day is about to come out, or it just came out, something like that. Let's imagine there are aliens, the government knows about it, they have some UFOs that they have in bunkers somewhere, maybe they even have a body or a live alien, and then disclosure happens. We would not be ready for that. Now, I would love for that disclosure to happen. This is something I've thought about since I was a very young child. I've always been fascinated with sci-fi and crash landings and stuff like that. But I don't think we would be ready for it. Just like you have put out, we're not ready for what's coming with AI. I completely agree with you. Rogish, stay with me. I
So
want to
that means
answer
they've
really
been holding
quickly.
off the entirety of reality. That means they've been holding off the entirety of reality from the people in some form or fashion. And the people believe that they are actually within reality when it's probably much more to it. Like the thing is, why wouldn't we believe that there are other beings, let alone on this world, in existence of reality itself, as if the scale that we can apply to it and the potential that we apply to it, and the very same beings that say that they'll believe in an all-powerful deity that created all this, but will apparently limit that deity as well. It's omnipotent, but yet it's limited. It's weird. Humans here are the variable with everything here, and it seems that everything is after our attention, our control,
That's another
our
really good
agency.
point. Not only do I agree with you, we're not ready for what's to come. I don't want to change it, but we're still not ready, and there are going to be consequences of that. Humans have been the variable for so long. Now you could argue things like climate change, or like, an asteroid comes out of nowhere and hits the planet. Well, that's a variable that, took the dinosaurs out. But generally humans were the variable minus some crazy weather or something else out of left field. But now we're introducing, theoretically, another variable, AI. Rogish, I'm going to have to go here in a few minutes, but stay with me. I want to get some final comments from you, and I want to just play a couple messages we have from Chakra over on Stereo.
Well, they captured an orb, those orbs, and then capture one. Is it real or is it fake? I don't know if y'all seen the video, but they asked Google, read, and she read it on what it say. So y'all can go look it up. Is it real or is it fake? Salute the panel, salute the chat. I just clicked your link, bro. That's fire. You see what I'm saying? Keep that shit going. But you should let the on YouTube, let the chat rock. I can't comment in the chat. You see what I'm saying? But that's fire. You live on YouTube. That's kind of what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's fire.
Yeah, thanks, Chakra. I thought it was enabled. I'll go back and make sure that that is enabled in the future. And then one final comment.
Oh man, yeah. I was reading some stuff and they said they made AI, but they didn't make it. So like, how you make it but you didn't make it? And they were saying like, once it starts to do its own stuff, we don't know how to do that. Like, how is it doing this? So the motherfucking creators don't even know how this motherfucker is doing an algorithm. Like, this shit is crazy.
It's life.
All right, those are all the comments. Rogish, unfortunately, I am going to have to head out. I was running a show here to see if I would hop in on a Sunday morning while I was actually playing around with some AI tools. So why don't you give me your final comments? Really appreciate you jumping in, and hopefully we can speak again. I followed you over on Stereo. Hope you can follow me. Yeah, thanks for joining us, and give me your final thoughts.
I appreciate the hospitality and the build and the sharpening. My final thoughts for artificial intelligence is it's going to be the mirror that humanity has been avoiding. You can't hate it. You might not like how it operates, but it's just going to be a mirror. Everything that humanity does and is reflected right back to them. Not tenfold, not 100-fold, not 1,000-fold, but 1,000,000-fold. Just starting off. This means that humanity should get a lot more acute in how it exists, as if existing can be something that is intentively done. Um, you know what I'm saying, perhaps maybe it forced people to go truly spiritual. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got y'all religions, but your religion didn't prepare you for this. So, I mean, again, looks like it's going to be a hell of a cosmic mirror that humanity was inevitably going to create, and we were supposed to be at a certain higher quality level of quality of species or being before we hit this mark. And we was only able to do so through all of the fast living that all the modernized societies was able to do, being launched from the traumas of the past. If it had been something a little bit more righteous, and perhaps maybe our timeline would have been adequate. But it seems like we're moving much, much faster than what our vessel has been intended to. And, you know, we're going to have to suffer that. But that being said, I appreciate the sharpening once again, and you be well. Peace.
Yeah, take care, Rogish. Hope to have you join me again sometime soon.
This is Chance Encounters, live AI conversations. Visit tr.ee/Chance Encounters for links to our live YouTube video stream, Buy Me a Coffee listener support options, and our X Spaces audio simulcast where you can call into the show. That's tr.ee/Chance Encounters.